New TSA Carry-On Restrictions 2025. What you need to know before you fly. Hello travelers. Before we dive in, smash that like button and subscribe for more travel tips. And let us know in the comments your wildest airport security story. Now, let's break down the top 10 new TSA carry-on rules and policies of 2025 countdown style, so you can fly stress-free. There's some bonus international trivia at the end. 10. The peanut butter problem. Liquids rule lives on. You may have seen viral claims that the TSA's 3.4-ounce liquid limit is gone, or that most carry-ons now break the rules, but don't believe the hype. In 2025, the TSA's 311 liquids rule remains firmly in place. This means all liquids, gels, and aerosols in carry-ons must be in containers of 3.4 ounces or less, all fitting inside one clear quart-sized bag. No exceptions. This rule earned the nickname the peanut butter problem after TSA officially classified peanut butter as a liquid in 2023. If it spreads, pours, or smears, it counts as a liquid and must comply with the 3.4-ounce limit. So, your favorite jar of peanut butter needs to be checked or carried in a travel-size container. The same applies to other gooey items like yogurt, salsa, honey, and even snow globes if the liquid inside exceeds the limit. TSA strictly enforces this rule to keep lines moving smoothly. Pro tip: solid foods are fine in carry-ons, but creamy or gooey ones must follow the liquid rule. Some travelers freeze liquid solid before flying, which can sometimes help since fully frozen items aren't treated as liquids, but they must be completely frozen during screening. Better safe than sorry. 9. Hand sanitizer. Back to travel-size bottles. Next up, a pandemic-era exception that's now history. Remember when TSA let us bring those big 12-ounce bottles of hand sanitizer in our carry-ons? That rule was a lifesaver in 2020, but as of 2023, that exemption has ended. Hand sanitizer now must obey the same 3.4-ounce limit as everything else and fit in your quart bag. No more giant pump bottles of Purell at the checkpoint. If you try, a TSO will be happy to remind you to toss it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, hand sanitizers were exempt from the 311 rule. That has since changed, and hand sanitizer now must also comply with the 3.4-ounce limit, notes TSA spokesperson Lisa Farbstein. So double check that your sanitizer is travel sized. On the bright side, regular toiletries and sanitizers are widely available past security in case you forget. And the end of the exception is actually a good sign that things are closer to normal. Just make sure your sanitizer and all liquids are in a clear bag and out of your pockets. TSA is back to the old normal on this one, so save yourself the hassle and downsize those sanitizer bottles. Light humor. At least we're not chugging half a liter of sanitizer in line. Yikes. Don't be that person at security frantically squirting out a jumbo bottle to avoid throwing it away. 8. Battery ban misconceptions. Know the real rules. There's online confusion about TSA banning batteries in carry-ons, but it's not true. TSA hasn't banned lithium batteries in carry-on luggage. They're simply enforcing long-standing safety rules. Size limits. You can bring lithium batteries up to 100 watt-hours in carry-ons, enough for most laptops and power banks, like 26,800 milliamp hour ones. For larger batteries, 100 to 160 watt-hours, airline approval is required. Anything above 160 watt-hours is banned from passenger flights entirely. Quantity limits. TSA allows up to 15 spare lithium batteries in carry-on bags. That's plenty for most travelers, but can add up fast for photographers or tech enthusiasts. Be mindful of how many you're carrying. No spares in checked luggage. Spare lithium batteries must be packed in your carry-on, not checked bags, due to fire risk. Airlines may remove them if found in checked luggage. Devices with batteries installed, like laptops, can go in checked baggage, but carry-on is safer. In short, the TSA hasn't changed rules in 2025. Rumors just exaggerated the enforcement. Stick to the limits, carry your spares, and leave oversized batteries, like those for e-bikes or hoverboards, at home. For safety, use battery cases or LiPo bags, and tape terminals on loose cells. 7. Leave the weapons at home. Yes, still. Despite long-standing rules, many travelers still attempt to bring firearms through TSA checkpoints. In 2023, TSA intercepted 6,737 guns in carry-on bags, around 18 per day, and 2024 saw nearly as many. Shockingly, 94% of them were loaded. TSA emphasizes this is not a record worth setting. As one official stated, they prefer travelers follow proper procedures procedures. Firearms must be unloaded, placed in a locked hard case, and checked in with the airline. Bringing any gun, even a replica or BB gun, through security can result in serious penalties. TSA fines can reach up to $15,000, and violators may lose TSA PreCheck for 5 years. Local law enforcement could also press charges, depending on state laws. It's not just guns. Other weapons like brass knuckles, knives, pepper spray, and stun guns are also banned in carry-ons. Even harmless-looking items, such as cosplay props or novelty grenades, can cause major delays or shutdowns. TSA urges travelers to review their prohibited items list and double-check all bag compartments. Many weapons are forgotten in purses or old backpacks. Bottom line, pack responsibly. Avoid embarrassment, legal trouble, and fines. TSA has seen every trick, so leave weapons at home or follow correct packing rules for checked luggage. 6. Carry-on size matters. Airlines. Cracking down. Trying to sneak an oversized carry-on past gate agents is becoming much harder in 2025. Airlines are cracking down on carry-on size and weight limits, with some even considering smaller dimensions. Currently, most US airlines allow a carry-on up to 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches, plus a personal item around 18 inches by 14 inches by 8 inches, including wheels and handles. If your bag doesn't fit the sizer, it may be gate checked, and fees often apply. Airlines like Delta, United, and American are enforcing these rules more strictly, following European carriers' lead. Overhead bin space is limited, so oversized bags often face pushback. Rumors suggest American Airlines and others might reduce carry-on sizes to match tighter international standards, which usually include strict weight caps around 7 kilograms, 15 pounds. Though no official changes have happened yet, watch for updates, especially if flying internationally or on smaller planes. Personal items must fit under the seat, and airlines are enforcing the 1 carry-on plus 1 personal item rule more strictly. No more extra bags. To avoid hassles, measure your bags carefully, check airline policies before flying, and pack smart. If gate checked, remove electronics and lithium batteries, and keep a small tote handy for last-minute adjustments. 5. TSA PreCheck perks. Now even better for families. If you haven't signed up for TSA PreCheck yet, 2025 is the perfect time. While PreCheck isn't new, recent updates make it even more beneficial, especially for families. The biggest change, teens aged 13 to 17 can now use PreCheck with their parents if they're on the same reservation and have the PreCheck mark on their boarding pass. Previously, only kids 12 and under could join parents in the fast lane. This update means families no longer need to split up at security, making travel smoother. PreCheck lets you breeze through security without removing shoes, belts, jackets, laptops, or liquids, with average wait times under 10 minutes. Enrollment has expanded. Some airports offer same-day sign-up, and services like Clear simplify the process. Membership has grown to over 19 million travelers, and the fee is now $78 for 5 years, with renewals at $70. Many travel cards even reimburse this cost. To join, apply online, complete a quick in-person background check and fingerprinting. Then add your known traveler number to your bookings. The PreCheck logo will appear on your boarding pass, giving you VIP access at security. Renewals are easier too, mostly online. For family trips and stress-free travel, TSA PreCheck in 2025 is a must-have. 4. Got a weird item? Ask TSA for instant answers. Ever wonder if you can pack something unusual in your carry-on? In 2025, TSA's Ask TSA service makes getting official answers easier than ever. Available on multiple platforms: X, Twitter, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, and even text messaging. Travelers can quickly check if an item is allowed. On X, you can tweet or DM at Ask TSA with questions or pictures and get quick, friendly responses from live agents during business hours. Facebook and Instagram users can also message TSA for help, connecting to the same knowledgeable team. A new texting feature lets you send travel to 275-872 for a chat with a bot or live rep. The service runs year-round with 24/7 automated help and live agents available most of the day. This can save you hassle at the airport, helping you avoid surrendering items or repacking last minute. whether it's fishing hooks, bottles of sand, or even live lobsters. Yes, allowed in a sealed container. Ask TSA gives clear, sometimes amusing answers. If you're unsure about an item, use Ask TSA before your trip. Better to get official guidance than face surprises at security. As TSA says, when in doubt, ask. 3 HighTech scanners equals less hassle at security. By 2025, airport security is getting a tech boost with advanced CT scanners replacing older X-ray machines at many TSA checkpoints. These new scanners, similar to those used in hospitals, create detailed 3D images that rotate 360 degrees, making it easier to spot threats like explosives, including liquids, without needing to unpack your bag. At airports like Newark and Minneapolis-St. Paul, travelers can now keep laptops, tablets, and 311 liquids inside their carry-ons, speeding up the screening process and reducing hassle. Houston Hobby and others have introduced automated lanes where removing electronics and liquids isn't required at all. However, this convenience applies mainly at checkpoints equipped with these scanners, which are common at larger airports, but less so at smaller ones. Passengers should still follow TSA officer instructions regarding when to remove items. Liquid limits remain the same. Containers must be 3.4 ounces or less, and bags with many liquids might still get manual checks. Other tech upgrades include improved ID scanning devices that verify boarding passes quickly, often eliminating the need to show a paper pass. Overall, these innovations help make security faster and less stressful, reducing the need to unpack and repack at checkpoints. A welcome change for travelers nationwide. 2. Digital IDs and mobile boarding. Your phone is your ID. By 2025, airport security is embracing digital IDs, making your driver's license part of your smartphone. The TSA now accepts mobile driver's licenses, MDLs, from over a dozen states, including Arizona, California, and Maryland, allowing travelers to tap or scan their phones at security checkpoints instead of showing a physical ID. You can store your ID in Apple Wallet, Google Wallet, or state apps. At TSA, a reader scans your phone, and facial recognition may verify your identity. The TSA officer only sees essential info like your name and birth date, keeping your data private. More than 250 TSA checkpoints nationwide now support mobile IDs at major airports like LAX, ATL, and DFW. This tech speeds up the process, making security feel like a quick contactless payment. While digital IDs are convenient, TSA still recommends carrying a physical ID just in case. Not all states participate yet, but more are joining yearly. Plus, TSA's upgraded credential authentication technology often scans your ID and confirms your flight without needing a boarding pass at security. Some airports even pilot biometric boarding using facial recognition for faster entry. The message for travelers: setting up your mobile ID before your trip can save time and hassle. Just remember to keep your phone charged. 1. Real ID deadline is here. Don't get caught without it. The biggest issue for U.S. air travelers in 2025 is the enforcement of the Real ID Act. Starting May 7th, 2025, you must show a Real ID compliant driver's license or an approved alternative ID to fly domestically. If your license doesn't have the star or special symbol indicating Real ID compliance, you'll need to upgrade it or use a passport. Real ID is a federal standard created after September 11th, requiring extra security checks to issue compliant IDs. TSA will no longer accept standard licenses without the REAL ID mark for boarding flights. Instead, passengers without compliant IDs will face extra screening and longer delays, potentially missing flights. Acceptable alternatives include a valid U.S. passport, DHS trusted traveler cards like Global Entry, enhanced driver's licenses, and other federal IDs. While TSA may allow some travelers without Real ID to fly after extra checks, it's not guaranteed and will be inconvenient. So far, about 93% of travelers comply, but millions still need to act. Minors under 18 don't need ID to fly with an adult. If you haven't gotten your Real ID yet, visit your DMV soon or prepare to use your passport. This law is here to stay. Being ready will save you time and hassle at the airport. Congrats! You've nailed the new TSA rules for US travel, but flying internationally, There are extra carry-on policies to know. For starters, Europe hasn't fully ditched the 100 milliliter liquid limit yet. While some UK airports trialed allowing larger liquids with new CT scanners, in 2024, by mid-year, the old 100 milliliter rule was reinstated across the UK. So, pack your liquids in small containers and keep that clear bag handy if flying through London or Europe. The EU aims to lift restrictions by 2026, but for now, follow the old limit. Carry-on weight limits are strictly enforced abroad. Many European and Asian airlines cap carry-ons around 7 kilograms, 15 pounds, and they'll weigh your bag at check-in or gate. Budget airlines often have tighter rules, charging for overhead bags and allowing only one free personal item. Always check your airline's exact policies before flying internationally to avoid fees or surprises. Some countries have unique bans. For example, Australia and New Zealand prohibit fresh food in carry-ons due to biosecurity. Powdered substances over 12 ounces may trigger extra screening on flights to places like Australia or the US, so pack powders in checked luggage. Medications can also cause trouble overseas. Some prescriptions allowed in the US may be illegal elsewhere. Bring meds in original packaging with prescriptions and research your destination's rules. Finally, personal item rules vary. European budget airlines may allow only one small bag, so double-check policies. Also, be ready for stricter security routines in places like Israel or parts of the Middle East. In short, international travel demands extra prep. Review your airline and destination rules to avoid hassles. Pack smart, leave some wiggle room in your bag, and stay flexible with security procedures. Safe travels.